Well, it's time for another video. This is a very special on-scene report, if you will, from a very windy New Mexico countryside. So that's why I'm recording as much of this from inside my vehicle as possible, because I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me once I step out of this, the comfort of my automobile. But we are at the perimeter of the property. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here in a second. Again, I think I'm going to have to do some insert shots for this. But we are on the edge of the Zorro Ranch property. Now, those in the know will remember Zorro Ranch from the Jeffrey Epstein fiasco, the still unfolding Jeffrey Epstein fiasco. So make no mistake about it, it is very much a current thing. Now, what's interesting about this? Now, the ranch, the mansion is actually up on a hill that you probably can't see in this frame, but it's kind of behind me over that way. But this ranch, after he was made unalive, and more information started coming out about properties he owned. So Jeffrey Epstein owned this ranch property here under the name of the Zorro Trust. And this is what's called the Zorro Ranch. And what's interesting about this is the Zorro Ranch, or the Zorro Trust, won the Powerball lottery in Oklahoma. If you do a search on that, you'll come up with some really interesting stuff, and you'll find some articles debunking this. But if you find, I think that the Daily Oklahoman newspaper in Oklahoma City ran the story about the Zorro Trust winning the Powerball lottery in late summer of 2008. And that's really interesting. The trust took in somewhere on the order of 40-something million, right around the time that Epstein was kind of given a slap on the wrist and went to jail, kind of a brief stint in jail. So some might see that sort of thing as something of a little payoff. Say, hey, take one for the team, buddy, and here's $40 million. Which is really curious, because if you look into that story about the Oklahoma Powerball lottery that was won by the Zorro Trust, you'll see that that night they had a glitch that kept the lottery, the actual pick, the lottery pick, from airing live. So that's a curious little detail. So anyway, I'm going to get out and look around. I'll put some of this as inserts as I can, but I apologize in advance if I do try to record outside. I'm afraid the wind is going to make this audio almost undiscernible. But here you have it, the Zorro Ranch, just north of Moriarty, New Mexico. And also, curious fact about this ranch is when this was made public right after Epstein's death, a lot of information came out about alleged genetic and almost like cloning kind of stuff that he was allegedly trying to mess around with. So there's some really strange stuff with regards to Epstein and the Zorro Ranch behind me. And I'll leave it there, but I'm currently on a road trip across the Southwest with my children for spring break. So hopefully I'll work in some interesting locations to share with you all, dear viewers. So again, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this little view of the Zorro Ranch.